And this
organized
this
by
ma-
the
ma-
Jamaica
it,
Debate
it
Commission
makes a
since
very good point.
2000.
Makes a very good point for all leaders in the region, all politicians, to stop thinking that you can disrespect really the citizenry by not participating in a one-on-one where you can in fact articulate and reinforce your position. It is a hubris that I think a price was paid here in Trinidad. I think prices will be paid wherever in the world where folks believe they can just walk away with the flimsies of excuses not to participate in a one-on-one. Do you concur with that?
Absolutely, and I said that was what was said on the ground. People were very upset. Even people who supported the People's National Party were annoyed at they called it the arrogance of the People's National Party in thinking that there would have been no issue in not debating and not realizing that in not debating it would have become an issue. They thought that we have this election won, so we don't need to debate.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not debating because Mr. Honus has not adequately answered their question about where he got his money from to construct his house, an issue that the voting public said is not an issue for us.
Mm-hmm.
Public was saying, let's have this debate. And they decided not to debate.
32.
Of course, there's also discussions and word on the ground that the debate is being organized by the campaign director, who is also the Minister of Finance, Dr. Peter Phillips, and that the Prime Minister said, look, I'm not going to debate, so you need to find a reason to tell them why we're not going to debate. That is unconfirmed, and she just did not want to debate. So that is but the fact of the matter is that they did not debate, and that backfired. The public were upset about that. And this, you have to remember, Rennie, that this is also in a context where not only Jamaica, but the Caribbean and the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the world are exposed to what's happening in North America.
Mm-hmm.
We're not yet into the presidential race. We're into the primary race. The Republican Party had 10 debates already.
Yes.
In the primaries, one of which occurred on Thursday night that we had an election. The Democratic Party has had about 7 or 8 debates. The public are talking about that. Why are those folks debating so much times, and we only have one debate in 5 years, and the PNP decided that it's not going to debate? They were really annoyed about that. So that was also a major issue, yes.
Even though I enjoy the comedy show called the GOP debates. That aside,
indeed. Whatever it is, the fact is that they are debating.
Yeah, just making light of that for a moment, but I've got exactly 1 minute with you, Patrick, and I need to find out this from you. And I'm going to ask you to move away. We know we're looking at 32-31 right now, JLP, PNP respectively. We are to see what is happening with the recount to really find out who is going to form the next government. But I do want to call 3 names here. Eugenia Charles, Kamla Besessar, Portia Simpson Miller. We are talking about 3 leaders in the region. Do you think this makes any statement as to a greater propensity to move away from the moorings of their party to hold a government over a protracted period, or does it speak of a hubris that's dissimilar from what you have seen in the male models?
Look, let's just put it this way. I can answer the question very simply, and it's this. It's no longer an issue. It's the novelty of talking about a woman being the prime minister. That's not the issue, whether it's a woman or a man. The central issue here is this. 2 Ps, neither of which has anything to do with Portia. You either perform or perish.
Indeed.
That is it. The country, particularly in Jamaica, and I'm getting that sense across the Commonwealth Caribbean, they are at this position. You perform representation in the constituencies and in government, or you perish.
Indeed.
And secondly, the voting public, they want you to be in touch with them. They want you to communicate with them. Our Prime Minister, for example, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, did not have one sit-down, one-on-one with any journalist in her term that has just ended. In 4 years. She avoided the media. She had a disdain for the media. She only started to come out and speak during the campaign, not to the media, but from the political hustings. So you have to be in touch with your constituents, speak with them, explain with them, manage your government, manage the process, even when it's not good. bitter medicine that's to come or whatever. Explain to them, communicate to them. They will understand. They may disagree, but that is what you have to do. It is not the personal. You don't have the government in your pocket. It's not your personal possession. You're put there by the people. They want you to communicate with them. You either perform or you perish.
Let me close this, Patrick Anderson from RJR Communications in Jamaica, by simply saying this. I think it is fair to say that we have perform, inform, or the citizenry will reform.
Absolutely.
Good enough.
That's it.
My brother, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it greatly. You have yourself a wonderful day. I will keep in touch with you because as this recount is still ongoing, I'll be getting in touch with you tomorrow on the morning show to find out if we have any more changes today, okay?
Thank you very much, Rennie.
I thank you very much, my brother. Patrick Anderson from RJR Radio in Jamaica. It is 14 minutes after 11 o'clock. You are inside Brunch from 107.7. It is good to have you here with me. My name is Rennie Bishop. Renowned economist Mr. Gregory Maguire will be joining us. We have a new playing field. We have a different playing field. How many of the participants are adequately suited to deal with this new environment? We will find that out when we come back.